I've got 15 plays right here from 49ers versus Patriots that can show you how Brock Purdy's game is evolving. And if he continues to evolve at this level, oh boy, we might be talking about Brock Purdy in that elite category sooner rather than later. So let's get into it. One of the things that, in the new era of the NFL, using your legs as a quarterback is a big determination of getting that elite status, right? We've seen it with the Josh Allens, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. So when you see Brock Purdy get out and scramble for a first down right here, and it's not just the first time, he does it multiple times, just even on this opening drive on a third down to keep the play alive. And this is a huge element that could really take Brock Purdy's game to the next level. Not only that, you see this reverse drop right here. He finds Brandon Ayuk in an intermediate crosser. The reverse drop is pretty cool. And then you see him just be able to find time within the pocket and deliver an absolutely perfect ball to Brandon Ayuk that allows him to turn upfield and get some additional yardage. And then again, using his legs to create, beating defenders to the corner, and yet again, being able to get a first down. This is going to be the difference because you're going to notice with how the defenses are reacting to him. If you look at the top, number 25, you notice how he doesn't come down on Brock Purdy. He actually drops back into coverage further. That allows Brock Purdy to turn the corner and get this first down. You're going to see in a clip that I will show you that was a touchdown that was taken off, how him running early on in this game changed the way that they managed him at the end, and you can start to see how he can take advantage of that. This throw, although incomplete, is a very difficult throw. You have a free rusher, there's a bust up front, and so Brock has to, from the opposite side hash, plant his foot, fade to avoid getting hit, and he puts this ball right on the money. What you don't see is Juwan Jennings. He kind of sits this down. If he kept going, this would have been a really good catch for him. As you can see, he was kind of having to dive for us because he stopped his route. And if he didn't, this would have probably been a perfect throw and he would have been able to catch this. But again, just a high level throw, throwing outside the numbers. This is difficult because defenders have the better angle. And if you underthrow this in any sense and you don't put this ball out and away, that's an interception, could be a pick six. So that's why those throws are a high level of difficulty. Okay, it wasn't completed. What's Brock going to do? Again, gets pressure up on the interior. He's forced to bail out, and you can see his ability to create. This is what I love about this. He stands tall in the pocket. Again, you get a little bit of a bust on a stunt on the offensive line. He gets out after getting some contact, and then you can see him searching, and then points to the void where he wants George Kittle to go, and then throws around a defender, flips his hips, and then throws it around. George Kittle makes a phenomenal catch. But these are the things in today's NFL that quantify the best quarterbacks, guys who can create outside of structure. And again, I can already see some of the comments. Well, Brad, he's been doing this his whole career. You're absolutely right. He has been doing this his whole career, but we're seeing it at an even higher level. And there's an intensity and an intangible quality of how he is doing it that is really showing you that he is one of the best quarterbacks in this league. And this is a perfect example. You get a beautiful blitz concept that gets a free rusher off the side. The awareness to be able to understand that that is coming, to be able to step up and duck this sack, then get out, then hit him with a little hezzy to dip back out, to buy more time and space, and then give your wide receiver who is one-on-one in coverage the opportunity to make a play. This should have been a penalty, and that is one of the desired outcomes of giving your wide receiver an opportunity to go up and make a play. Get a catch or get a penalty. That should have been a penalty. It should have been a continuation of this drive because this was a third down play. 49ers are forced to make a field goal. But again, if you get the call here, this is again an example of creating outside of structure and getting more opportunities. And that's what great quarterbacks do. And that's why Brock Purdy is playing at an extremely high level. This is also an example, a reason why we call Brock Purdy Dot Purdy, because he absolutely delivers a strike to Juwan Jennings. You're going to get a much better angle of it right here. As you can see, he fits it at the perfect time in between coverage. Boom, right on the chest, allows Jennings to get a clean catch. And because he's allowed to have a clean catch, he is then able to shake the defender and be able to get upfield. Shout out to Juwan finding contact instead of running away from it out of bounds. But again, you just get a sense of Brock hitting that plant foot hitch and this driving this ball. Beautiful, beautiful pass to Juwan Jennings. So let's keep this rolling. With Brock, this is one of the ones that was taken away. You know, boink, ref hits Jordan Mason right with the flag. Should have been a touchdown. One of the most egregious holding penalties I've seen. But again, just the ability to stand strong within the pocket, a Texas route, great design to get Jordan Mason open, and then Jordan Mason does the rest. Okay, this one doesn't count. Fine. All right, this one should count, right? And this was the play that I was talking about, how him running earlier in the game changes the way that the defense reacted to him when he got out in space. Watch all the defenders. They bail off their assignments, and that allows Kyle Juszczyk to get open. So the penalty on this one, they called moving basically before being set. So that's why it didn't count. But let's break down this play, which was probably Brock's best play of the day that just didn't count. Again, theme, interior pressure. He bails out, keeps his eyes downfield, and this is one of my favorite things he does. He knows that this defender has a good track on him, so he's going to flip hips, pump fake with the sole intention to get the defender in the air. That is all he's trying to do to buy himself more time. He does that, and then he bends this ball in between defenders. And again, like you see, the linebacker bails because he's like, Brock Purdy's been running and getting yards on us all day. And then that's when he makes the decision to throw the football. And these, again, are the evolutions. Yes, he's done plays like this before, but you can see he was doing it at such a consistent rate. The way he was doing it, the confidence in which he was doing it, the decisive nature in which he was doing it, to pump fake and then bend this ball around. Like, look at the bend that comes out on this throw. It literally wraps through this little lane to Kyle Juszczyk. Again, absolute shame that this one didn't count. But these plays are the small nuances that you can see where he's starting to really figure it out. And then you get a zero blitz right here. We all know this play and catch by George Kittle, but just a phenomenal sequence all the way around. Look at all the pressure coming. He knows he has to kind of step up to get this ball out so he doesn't get hit, and then puts it in a spot only where George can get it. Again, what an amazing sequence. And again, just showing Brock's confidence, the body language, like these are the things that are really just showcasing how Brock is playing at an extremely high level. And it's absolutely phenomenal to see. He is playing at some of the highest and best ball that we have seen over these last 2 weeks. And Brock Purdy has played a lot of good football. And again, the differentiation there is how he's doing it. It's not like we haven't seen this stuff before, but there is an intensity, there is an energy, and there is this will to push the offense forward like we haven't seen from him before. And it's been phenomenal. What I love about this is you have an offensive lineman getting pushed into his lap. He has to adjust his arm slot and throw sidearm, and he still delivers an accurate pass to Jordan Mason to be able to turn upfield and get it. And then again, one of the things that we also love to talk about with these big time elite quarterbacks is the deep ball. And Brock Purdy is has an insane yards per attempt. I believe it is 9.7 in the NFL, which is an insane clip. And it's because of throws like this. Brock Purdy is throwing the football downfield often. He is constantly looking to push the ball downfield. And it's amazing. And even I love this because when I did my other live film breakdown of this, I said if you are able to get this ball a little bit out in front of Debo, that's probably a touchdown. And sure enough, in Brock Purdy's mic'd up, he goes up to Debo directly after this play and he says, "My bad. If I got this to you out in front, that's a touchdown." So Brock and I see it the same way. Still a phenomenal ball, still good accuracy. But again, this is him still showing you that he can even get better on this play. This is a phenomenal play. And he can still be better at it. So that's what I love about Brock, and what I continue to see out of Brock is he can continue to improve. And again, pushing the ball downfield, this throw's insane. Like the throw's insane. The catch might be even crazier. But again, it just continues to show how Brock is evolving as a quarterback. It isn't just short to intermediate. He is pushing the ball downfield at will. And it's fantastic. It really is a amazing development to see in his game, and these are all the things to me that I see that continue to prove why Brock is continuing to ascend, and why the narratives around him are just tired. They're busted. People don't watch. People don't know ball. I don't even understand the stat community somehow finds a way to use stats against him, even though he leads in most major statistical categories. The film is there, it's all there. But I think the biggest thing that we are seeing with Brock, it's the intangible qualities. It's the confidence, it's the leadership, it's the ability to push the offense further. And again, this is a beautiful catch right here by Brandon Ayuk. You can see he's going to get some pressure. He's got a sidestep, and he's going to throw a catch, a pass where only Brandon Ayuk can get it. So when I continue to watch Brock Purdy play, and I continue to evaluate his game, as I've now broken down every single snap of Brock Purdy of his career, we knew he was good when he entered the game against the Dolphins. But what we are looking at is a maturation. We are looking at him growing as a player, growing as a leader, growing as a quarterback. Like, yes, we know he's always been good, and we know he's been more than capable and all of those things. But there's been an element. A lot of people wanted to see what he would do without the weapons. And I really do think that game against the Rams put the confidence on him to go out and do it, to go out and be that driving force of the offense. And he has. He is the driving force of this offense. He's no longer for the ride. He is the ride. He is the vehicle that is pushing this offense forward, not only within structure, but plays like this outside of structure. And that is why Brock Purdy is ascending into that elite tier, because of these types of plays. Yes, what you do in structure is very important, but as we keep discussing, in today's new standard of quarterback play, it's not enough. You have to be able to extend and do things out of structure at a high rate, at a high level, and that's exactly what Brock is doing. And he is playing out of his mind right now. He is playing absolutely just unbelievable football right now. And it's you got Steve Young yesterday on KNBR, like a guy who was saying that these were the things that Brock needed to do to be able to hit that tier of Mahomes, Allen, and he really, I don't think, thought Brock was capable of doing that, and he was flabbergasted by what he saw against the Patriots. Like, he's like, I didn't even know he was that quick. I didn't know he could move like that, rushing for first downs, escaping out of the pocket, doing all of these things. You had Steve Young, who's kind of been like, Brock's Brock's more of a Joe Montana, less of a Steve Young. Now I think he's like, he might be a little bit more, have a little bit more Steve Young in him than we thought. So I love it. I love everything that we've seen from Brock. I think Brock continues to, again, show us week in, week out. Not only is he a good player on the field, he's a great player off the field, a leader, the intangible qualities. To me, that is the biggest takeaway of all of this. Yes, we've seen great throws, we've seen great plays, but it's the confidence, it's the intangible, it's the processing. It's all of those things that allow you to realize the physical benefits. And he's leading this offense like he is that guy. And that's why this game, and even against what he did against the Rams, is showing the evolution of Brock. And I'm very excited about it because the 24-year-old quarterback, of course, is going to get better. He's only going to get more confident, and he's only going to continue to, again, there's still room to improve. He's not perfect, and that should scare the NFL 100%. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you see it the same way I do? Do you see kind of the evolution that he is going through? Again, going from a really, really good quarterback to, damn, we might be talking about Brock Purdy as certified stamped elite quarterback at the end of this season. I know a lot of people in the 49ers community already consider Brock elite. I got no problems with that. For me, it's a body of work. And if he can put together games like this for an entire season, I have no problem saying that Brock Purdy is an elite quarterback by the end of this year. Let me know what you guys think about all that in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.